For the last couple of years, the term game burnout has been used by almost every, more or less experienced gamer. It is especially strange to realize and experience it now, in times when Steam or Microsoft with PlayStation stores are crowded with interesting projects and only grow every year. And the Steam library or subscription of your game console is bursting with the number of games that you have never launched. It would seem that you do want to play, but after downloading any of these games, you instantly lose your interest. It's as if your body conflicts with your brain, which craves serotonin, and after a few minutes of such arguments with yourself, you simply turn off your gaming device. Of course, it could be explained by the banal growing up. It even sounds logical, but the problem is that you and your brain want to try something new, just not now. Something is already boring, and something want to try later. Sometimes it lasts so long that it can really seem that you're just too old for all these games, and it's time to forget what fun is. However, as you have already realized, this is not entirely true. In general, growing up as a factor influencing interest in this or that sphere is quite rare in itself. Having discussed this topic for quite a long time, I have identified several significant features of gaming burnout, the reasons why games seem dull, and there is a desire to simply sell the console or computer for its lack of need, especially the endless failures of new games and the worldwide cry that games are no longer as cool as they used to be. Obviously, it should be understood from the beginning that you get new emotions from a game first of all, be it joy, sadness, or anger, and games is one of the most complex genres of art. Provide them much more than films, books, or series. This symbiosis of atmosphere, story, gameplay, and music digs into your brain much deeper than anything else, and it is your brain that is the main source of problems here. The desire to run something on the computer or a console is mainly due to the fact that for us, it is a daily routine, and as typical as a way to get a minute's joy as eating or watching videos on YouTube. This is what online games are all about, where you get pleasure from every enemy you kill or every match you win. And if you don't get it, you just try again. And after a couple of years, you look at the 4-digit counter of hours played. That's why people who play only multiplayer ranked games are more likely to experience gaming burnout. I also faced this problem. I was playing then, still fresh Counter-Strike Global Offensive in 2014 until my computer gone to Valhalla. My parents didn't want to spend money, and the persuasion that I needed it for my studies didn't work on them. I sat out of the gaming world for a few years. A couple of months before lockdown 2020, in my last year of high school, my older brother bought an old computer from his job and brought it home. I started playing in CS after work in quarantine for days, because there was nothing much to do. So it was until 2022, when I had had enough of calling my horrible teammates fruits of forbidden love between brother and sister, playing sometimes night after night in an attempt to increase my rating, and after a bunch of rounds that I lost, I just didn't want to play. I had already played this game when it did not bring me pleasure for a long time. It became for me a routine, a second job, but everything was solved by chance, thanks to which I managed to overcome the already swarming gaming burnout. After another match, I got the CSGO Weapon Case Series number 1, the most expensive and rare case in the game, a gift from Uncle Gabe Newell for loyalty. After selling all the skins together with this case, it came out to about $300. I bought and used Xbox Series S, as I had heard about the excellent subscription Xbox Game Pass, which it turned out to be, and I was a huge fan of Mortal Kombat, which I have not played since 2014, and play this game series on my PC, which saw dinosaurs was not possible. Having enough played this fighting game, my eyes fell on what was in the subscription, a rich assortment of games that I couldn't get through in my time, but which I had heard about. Dishonored, the entire Fallout series, The Outer Worlds, the Walking Dead series, and a bunch of games that was added afterward. All of this gave me a bunch of new experiences, gave me the freedom and desire to return to these worlds. I got myself out of the online rating swamp. By now, I haven't even managed to complete half of everything I wanted to play. As I said, with burnout is most often faced by players of online games. Hundreds if not thousands of matches on the same locations, the monotony of experience, and if you're tired after work or school, and hands do not want to nab frags, then be prepared to melt your chair, having another butt hurt. All can also bore, and players of story games. A lot of worlds, the feeling that has already seen everything, unwillingness to pass something new, its better 100th time to pass Skyrim, it is already familiar, and so much more relaxed. On the gaming burnout can also affect and external factors. Problems in personal life, at school, or at work. Strong stress, which games often do not help to relieve, and often can even make it worse. After all, almost all games require maximum focus and the use of all your wiggles, which alas, not everyone helps to calm down. It is also not uncommon that a person is already saturated with a lifetime of playing games. If this game is Dota 2, Overwatch, League of Legends, or Hearts of Iron, it is highly recommended to take a shower and touch the grass. Talking with a couple of my friends, I heard one like a copy of the same story, that they all play only online games, because single-player projects for them are all boring. They do not stay there even a few hours. And why play serious projects? Why not play light and relaxing games? Undertale, Goat Simulator, Strady Wally, a platformer. In that case, it's a pretty good idea. Here's another one from my experience. I just didn't have time to do anything else. Why? If I only have an hour of time, after a 12-hour shift and all the household chores to play, I'd rather play my favorite CS. I always have time to play a couple of matches. It's called a sense of lost profit. Why look for fast endorphins somewhere else if you already know the source of cheap happiness hormone? That's how my 2 years went. I haven't played anything but Uncle Gabe's game. That's also one of the causes of burnout, getting bored with the same genre of games. There's only one solution. Stop playing at least for a while in this genre, and this hour of time you can play some Goat Simulator or Batman Arkham City. You'll have a great time. With the appearance of Xbox in my life, the ergonomic controller, and the desire to pay off the money for the subscription, pulled me into the world of single-player story games. Give it a try, you might enjoy it too. And to increase the chances of this, simply delete all session games from your computer or console and forget about their existence. You don't have to do this permanently. Try to come back in a few weeks. There's no need to go from one extreme to the other. If the previously discussed situations do not apply to you and the problem is still here, it is worth asking yourself, what do you want to get by playing certain games? It is possible to encounter answers in which the person says that he just wants to rest. However, rest is often not what you should expect from video games. In principle, often games require you to be highly concentrated in understanding the essence of the plot or solving complex problems. Games cannot provide you with a rest in its typical way after a 5-day work week with a lot of projects and plans or a difficult study. Oh yes, this is very important. Don't let gaming become a second job. If playing games on the weekend or after work is like going on a trip to your favorite office until the evening, then you should already hear the alarm. Also, gaming burnout and apathy to something that you liked to do before can be a symptom of emerging depression. It's worth seeking help. To overcome burnout, I can advise you to shift your attention to other things. Join a martial arts class. Sign up for a gym. All this will help you distract yourself and shift your attention. And when you get involved, you will not be able to notice how you start to like it. Well, or giving up games. 2 weeks, a month, one more without games. It's a kind of detox. You don't have to come back after a certain period of time. You can come back whenever you want. Also, try forcing yourself to limits. You don't have to play every day. Play once a week, or on special days. A friend of mine played his whole life. When he got a good job, he didn't have as much time left to play as he used to do. But he did play, just less. And when he was promoted, and had even less time left, he played even less, but he played, and enjoys it still. He just doesn't have time to get oversaturated. Limited consumption of games can also help you enjoy them as much as you used to. Don't forget about the grass outside. Thanks for watching.